Hi, welcome back to Cat and Mouse Game Store. My name is Beth Heile, and I'm here today to talk about some games that you could play with a large group of people. Now, one of the most well-known games of this category is Werewolf. And some of you might know this by its alternate name, Mafia. They are exactly the same game. It's just themed a little bit differently depending on whether you're civilians trying to be hunted down by the mob or you're villagers trying to be hunted down by werewolves. But the core concept and how you execute the game are exactly the same. Now, you can also, if you don't want to get all fancy, you could certainly play this with the deck of cards, although I would only recommend doing that if you have a group of experienced players. Now, a lot of people find that they like the idea of werewolf, but they find the whole idea kind of intimidating, and if that's the case, I would recommend buying one of these sets because the explanations of what you're supposed to do for each of these powers is described right on the card. And if you decide to get adventurous and get into all sorts of special powers, then again, you're going to want that information right in front of you. So that can really help bring some new people into this genre. There's also lots of flavors of the package versions nowadays. You know, if you're looking, this one happens to be Ultimate Werewolf. But if you wanted something to go really a little bit deeper, you could go into Inquisition, which is a more richer field, but still werewolf. And then a slightly different theme on werewolf is now there's a version called One Night Werewolf. Now, we've already done a video on this, so you can go onto our YouTube channel and check it out. But this is a 5-minute, one-round version versus the multi-round versions you're going to get with Classic Werewolf or Mafia. This also, I actually grabbed the expansion box here, which is Daybreak, which has all sorts of new powers. And if you go and download the companion app for your iPhone or your Android phone, it has some new narrators that really add a lot of ambiance to the experience, which this one is my personal favorite. But if you're looking for something of that genre, so I'm talking about two categories: large group game, so a game that plays 8 or more, but also has a hidden traitor, one person working against this group collective, one or more people. And there's still other games that fall into that category. One of them is You the Traitor. Kind of the name says it all. If you play this, it's going to be very similar to Werewolf, but some people just like the theme of this a little bit better. And the powers are different and they have a different flavor to them. So you might find that this is a better fit for your group. One of my also favorites is Resistance, or this version which is called Avalon, which gives more, Resistance has more of a science theme, more of a modern military theme to it, whereas Avalon has more of a fantasy medieval theme. So if either one of those appeal to you, again, you know you can accommodate 10 or more people when you play any of these. Now, on that same concept of a large group game, so we've gone over all of the hidden traitor games. There are a lot more titles out there that happen to not necessarily be based on a hidden traitor. So that's what this pile's all about. One of my personal favorites, Spot It. We've also done lots of videos on this. I cannot tote this game enough. Technically on the box, I believe it says, it says 2 to 8, but honestly, you are limited only by the amount of people you can stuff around one table. Everyone has a 1 and exactly 1 symbol that is the same between their card and somebody else's card, and the first person to find it is going to do well. And there's also about 5 different variants that you can play in this one box, all explained in the rules. Now, also with that, you could go for Jungle Speed, in which there is a race to who can grab the totem here. And you're pulling from a deck of amazingly, confusingly similar cards. And again, it's more of a race speed game, and you're only limited by the amount of people that you can fit around one table. In this case, since you are grabbing for a particular item, even though it is nice soft plastic, I would recommend a circular table if you have a choice. Quibbler, for those of you who might like something a bit more Scrabble and phonetic themed. This is a fun little word game, and this supports up to 12 players, so this might be fun if you're really looking for something, if you've got a lot of word fans in your group rather than strategy game fans or hidden traitor fans. Masquerade, this also has, if anybody in your group has played Coup before, this is a great game of trying to guess identity. There's going to be a lot of bluffing and a lot of name calling, illegal name calling in this one, and has a vaguely Renaissance medieval court theme. And finally, if you're looking for a true classic party game, the big award-winning game of this season was Concept. And it really is a unique concept, where you are trying to get the people at the table to guess the word on your card, but you're only able to describe that word in concepts. For example, if your target word is bumblebee, you are going to use the concepts of yellow, black, flying, small, and hopefully people can put all those pieces together and be able to guess bumblebee. Now, all of these, as you can see, are available here in Cat and Mouse. And, obviously we're not going to have 12 people around to give them a try, but you can certainly get the flavor because a lot of these you can learn in less than 5 minutes. So next time you have a big event coming up and you really want to pull out a game for us to try, come talk to us and we'll hook you up with the perfect match.